Hi everyone. Today we are going to see Shooting an Elephant by George Orwell. In his essay Shooting an Elephant, George Orwell gives a vivid description of the shooting of an elephant. Orwell narrates the circumstances that forced him to shoot a local elephant against his will. He exposes the evil effects of British imperialism and the anti colonial feelings of native Burmese. The narrative is tinged with satire, irony, and pathos. George Orwell was a sub divisional police officer in Mulmain, Lower Burma. The local Burmese hated him due to bitter anti European feelings. Of course, they did not openly riot against the British, but they showed their disrespect indirectly. When a European woman went through the bazaars alone, some Burmans spit beetle saliva on her dress. In the football field, some Burman player tripped Orwell's leg, but the Burman referee would not notice it. The Burman crowd yelled with laughter. The young Buddhist priest jeered at Europeans at street corners. Such actions of the natives against the British perplexed and upset Orwell. He wanted to quit his job. He pitied the Burmese oppressed by the British rulers. He was in a dilemma between his hatred of British imperialism and his rage against the evil-spirited, beastly Burmese. His humanism opposed British tyranny, but his job as a British officer urged him to slaughter rebellious Buddhist priests. One day, Orwell, the British police officer, received a phone call from the sub inspector about a ravaging elephant in the bazaar. He went there on his pony. He found that it was a domestic elephant in mastiff. It broke its binding chains and wandered freely without its mahout. It destroyed a bamboo bush, killed a cow, and raided some fruit stalls. It toppled the municipal rubbish van and damaged it. It killed an Indian coolie. The elephant was in the paddy fields. Orwell got a rifle with 5 cartridges. He marched to the paddy fields. A Burmese crowd followed him in excitement. They wanted to see the spectacles of the British police officer shooting the elephant and to feast on its flesh. The elephant was calmly eating grass. It was a useful working elephant, so Orwell had no intention to shoot it unnecessarily. But the irrational Burmese mob wanted the shooting as a hunting game for enjoyment. Generally, they disliked Orwell as a British police officer, but now he looked like a conjurer to perform wonders with a magic wand, a hero to shoot the elephant with his magical rifle. Orwell could not disappoint their expectations. He mused upon his predicament. He realized the futility of the white man's domination in the eastern colonies. He might be the imperial ruler, but he was only an absurd puppet in the hands of the natives. When the ruler became a tyrant, he destroyed his own freedom. To maintain his superior positions, honor, and pride, he had to fulfill their expectations and appease them. Of course, he was the master, but in reality, he had to submit to the will and pleasure of his colonial citizens. He had to wear a mask to keep up his prestige. To safeguard his status, Orwell had to shoot the elephant. If not, the natives would laugh at him as a foolish coward. Orwell had valid reason for not shooting the elephant. It was not a rogue elephant. Shooting it would be a wanton murder. It would be a great loss to its owner. Orwell expected the mahout to come and take it away safely, but the mahout did not turn up. The rural folk were angered to enjoy the fun of Orwell shooting the elephant. So Orwell had no option but to shoot it and prove his valor. Orwell found several hurdles, and the land between the road and the elephant was muddy. He had no experience in elephant shooting, so it was a risky job. Yet he marched ahead like a hero. The crowd watched him like a ear hole. The crowd yelled in joy. The bullet paralleled its body. It sagged flabbily to the knees, and its mouth slobbered. At the second shot, it did not collapse but rose slowly and stood up weakly. At the third shot, it fell like a toppling rock with a trumpeting sound. The crowd raced in a frenzy to the fallen elephant. It was gasping in agony. The elephant was dying slowly in great pain. Orwell would not bear to see its misery, so he got his small rifle from home and shot a kit of bullets into the elephant's heart and throat. Yet the animal did not die fully. Unable to bear its torture, Orwell went away. The animal died half an hour later. The Burmese crowd planted its meat and left only bones. There was a discussion on the shooting of elephant. The elephant's owner was furious, but as an Indian, he was helpless. Older Europeans justified Orwell's action as a legal killing of a mad elephant for killing a coolie because an elephant was worth more than a coolie. Orwell felt happy about the elephant for killing a coolie because it served as a valid reason for his shooting at the elephant. Orwell wondered whether anybody realized that he shot the elephant only to safeguard his autocratic status. Thank you.